In the heart of New York, where football is more than a game, it's a way of life. Welcome to One Jets Pod. Here we recount every Jets game, win or lose, with a meticulous eye. We preview the battles that lie ahead and delve deeply into all things New York Jets. Honest, raw, and unfiltered. If you seek the raw truth, subscribe to our YouTube channel and listen wherever you get your podcasts. One Jets Pod, jet up and take flight.
Welcome to Jet Life Stadium. Hit it!
On this day, we pause to remember the lives we lost that fateful September. In unity, we rose through the pain, finding hope despite the rain. Heroes emerged, brave and true. In their light, we found strength anew. Now 23 years have passed, yet still we keep the memories alive in our hearts, so deep.
Whoa, what's going on? Oh, there he is. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Remembrance Day. I hope it finds everybody well and safe and merry.
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. Just introducing the audience back to the One Jets Pod. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're new to the show, welcome. Don't forget before you leave to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell notification. It'll update you every time we go live. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for the support. I'm joined by my co-host, JD. My brother, how are you?
I'm doing well. Unfortunately, it's a little technical difficulties right now, but I'm wearing NYPD caps, if the viewers can see it.
I love it.
For commemoration of 9/11. Thank you to all our first responders out there, not just in New York, but across the country and mostly across the country.
Absolutely.
So I'm doing all right. Hopefully my video stays on right now. But
don't worry if it doesn't. We'll get you back on here. So, as everybody knows, week one's in the books. Jets, well, brother, Jets didn't look like we thought they would. That's for damn sure. I'm going to go over some stats here. I mean, now overall, I will say this. The pass protection looks phenomenal. Guys need to.
About the only thing that looks phenomenal, I think.
Yeah, guys got to stop dropping balls. That run defense. Whoo, man, it looks a lot worse than last year, brother. And I'll say this for the secondary. I mean, there was guys wide open, but I'll tell you what, there was nobody more wide open. And I'll never be able to say his name, so I just call him number 44. Kyle something, I believe it is. And I'm almost certain he was a ghost and only the TV audience could see him because our defense can never fucking see him. And I'm solo right now. We'll get John back on here. He's traveling right now. He's going to try to get back home as soon as possible. But no, as I look at the stats here, we're going to kind of go over these here. Aaron Rodgers, 13 for 21, 167 yards, 8 yards in average, 1 TD, 1 interception, got sacked one time. Yeah. And then Tyrod Taylor would come in later, scoring drive, 36 yards, 1 touchdown, of course, and 96 quarterback rating. Breece Hall now, 16 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown, but man, he had that fumble. And I'm just like, when that happened, I'm like, oh, dude, I got a bad feeling. When Breece Hall's fumbling, I usually get a bad feeling.
It's not going to be our day, huh?
No, for sure. Garrett Wilson only 60 yards. I mean, I want to. Now this is just me, dude, and I want to get your opinion. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I want to know what you think. And if you're on the show, let me know what you think in the comments. 60 yards for Garrett Wilson. Man, this guy should be averaging almost $1. What do you think?
I more than $1, honestly. I mean,
Ooh,
he averaged basically he averaged around 75 plus yards a game with Zach Wilson. I think honestly, let me take a step back. Honestly, it felt like, remember 2022 or 2023, his rookie season.
Sure.
We barely used him in that Ravens game, right?
Right.
I don't know, we were too conservative, or we were just hiding everything that we had. And I honestly feel like that's what happened yesterday. Where basically, where was Braylon Allen? You know, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, where was
Garrett Wilson should have been used, but I mean, not to
where
jump
was
too ahead,
Malachi
but
Corley?
where was everybody? I mean, besides the fact the defense didn't show up,
I
it
love
felt
you
like
for
half of our
saying
rookies didn't show up. We had 3 undrafted free agent defensive linemen. Where were they? Why weren't they in the rotation? Maybe they could have got some pressure, you know? So I
answer
definitely
me.
agree with you. Garrett Wilson should have
Yeah.
gotten targeted way more.
What do you think about this as well? If you're watching the show in the comments, can we just call this rust? I mean, none of these guys played for almost a full month, you know, in real hard hitting action.
No, they didn't play in anything. And I know we were both like very happy about the fact that they didn't play in the preseason. And now I'm
You said
wondering
it
if
might have been hurt.
maybe that was a mistake.
I think it was. I think they should at least. You're muted. Hold on. Let me see if I can mute you.
No,
No,
I'm still here. I'm still here. I just I had to talk off to the side real quick.
Oh, gotcha. No, I think at least a quarter of the third preseason game and then hang it up.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I kind of like the old way of doing things. You get a couple of series in the first. You get, I would say, double that in the second, and then go a full quarter in the third, and then call it a preseason. At least they get their work in. They get real-time game hits, so it puts them in game shape. So it's like I saw on this show. I don't know where I was watching it. I think somebody was it might have been a Jets podcast, but it's like these first 4 games, the way teams treat the preseason now, like these first 4 games are like almost preseason games the way they're played. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me, we'll get into it later, but it makes me worried for this upcoming Titans game, man.
The only reason you know what, I'm not even gonna start talking big, because honestly, what I wanted to say initially before I got cut off because of technical difficulties, kind of gorillaing it a little bit. Everybody, sorry about that. But life happens. But I take responsibility for yesterday. I do. If we remember the pregame show, or not the pregame show, but a prediction show that we had, I was definitely banging the table that we were gonna. That there was no way the 49ers were going to beat us with our defense.
Telling you, man, I was. My buddy Dominic on the One Jets Pod Unfiltered Sports podcast, man, like he's a big Niner fan, and I was talking a lot of shit. I wouldn't say talking a lot of shit, but I was you could call it borderline cocky, bro. I'm sure he was getting a little annoyed of it. I'm sure he was.
I mean, but why shouldn't we get cocky? I mean, on paper, on Sunday night and even Monday morning, we looked the part. Everything was as it should be, how it should be. Everything was right with the world. The stars were aligned, And then, like you said, I mean, it was basically the preseason, and then so I think the rust is off already. I think it's a big wake up call. I mean, Sauce got benched. What else can he call that? 9 plays out of the game, which made no sense to me. I thought it was a concussion. Me personally, I even said it on Twitter. I responded to somebody.
I heard he was winded.
The only thing I could think of was a stinger. He got a stinger, and
he was slow
you know,
getting up on one of them plays.
that play where he did like this weird extended arm tackle.
Yeah.
On
That's the one. Yep.
What was it, Brandon Ayuk, and
Mhm.
when he should have been taken down for a 21-yard loss and still made up 11 yards. So
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just
I think
yes.
there he is.
I'm still here.
Yep, you're
Did I
still
get
here.
cut off? All right, sorry guys.
Oh, you just froze a little bit.
Yeah, technical, little guerrilla journalism right now, but hopefully I'll be sitting behind my desk in a few moments. But
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It was so weird yesterday on Mondays.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Dano Jets. He says, gentlemen, shout out to you, brother. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic evening, man. I know it's been a tough week so
that's
far.
that's what I watched our defense do. But just say, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just shouting out Dano Jets. I'm just reading a comment here on the screen. He also says AVT had a rep that looked like a Wayne Hunter whiff, so I'm begging it's right.
Oh my god.
Right. No, yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember sitting in my chair and going, ooh. That's why I'm saying I think it's fucking rust, man, because none of these guys played, and we're not used to this. As Jets fans, we are not used to this.
I gotta be honest. So like, I guess my overall recap, I definitely would agree with you, and because the pass blocking grades, we were ranked number 2, which I saw that and that blew me away. But we couldn't open holes for Brees at all. So, and run blocking, that's cohesion. That's a unit that really in training camp didn't really practice together. Everyone was taking days off or healing from injury. So I expect that to gel and mesh better. But
well, speaking of run blocking, not that I'd have to go back and look because I'm not a stats guy. I'm a dumb shit when it comes to that. But we did bring in our old boy Connor McGovern. Welcome home. Welcome home,
sir.
CMG, I guess.
CMG, I said CMG.
CMG.
That is something we should have done in the summertime. I feel like it's better late than never. You know what I mean? But definitely we should have brought him in early, get him gelling with everybody. You know what I mean? I think it's a great depth piece, but I think that also kind of says Joe Tippmann isn't who we're thinking he is right now. That's what it feels like to me.
Don't say that. Don't say that. That's gonna make me look dumb. I was praising Joe Tippmann all training camp.
No, and I was too. And last year Joe Tippmann showed a lot. He made us really feel. I don't think it's just us in the fan base, but the fan base across the board really kind of felt like, oh no, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And I think after yesterday, what was that play? It wasn't just him, but AVT let someone in. And they were just manhandled. They were manhandled in run blocking, but they had a whiff I can't recall exactly. It escapes me, but I don't know. I think that's Tippmann insurance.
I think it was really the one stack on Rodgers.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I think it was. I didn't want to say it was and be wrong, but I think you're right. Yeah. And Tippmann, I think, is a better guard than a center personally. I don't know if I don't know if Robbie Sabo is going to call me up or something like that, but I think he's a better guard. So it would make more sense to put him where he's good. And I think the reason that would make sense is because my guy who I'm gonna give the Crash and Burn award to is I don't want to bring it up yet. I don't want to jump the gun, but I think it might also be insurance for that guy.
Yeah,
so I'm very surprised about.
I like the segue there. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, bring up my notes here. I'm getting old. Allen Lazard, 6 receptions, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, your Green Lantern Award winner.
Introducing the One Jets Pod Green Lantern Award winner. The award given to the brightest Jet on the field that night. Tonight's winner, Allen Lazard. Lazard was a force under the Monday night lights, hauling in 6 catches on 9 targets for 89 yards and finding the end zone twice. His big playability and reliable presence in the red zone made him a crucial piece of the Jets' offensive attack, proving once again he's a go-to weapon for Aaron Rodgers.
How about that? Of all fucking people, dude, Allen Lazard.
And way to redeem himself after that drop. I mean, he killed the drive with that drop. Was it the first or second drive?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but no, he came to play. He's
Roger
definitely
said
on
you should have caught the stick at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Real quick, my brother. Gabriella Moran says hi from Lauren. That's to you, brother.
Yep. That's my daughter. Well, my daughter's Lauren, but
she's shouting out her pops. That's so sweet. You take care of yourself out there. Be safe, honey. All right. So now,
blushing.
Now you know who the crash landing recipient is, right?
I'm not sure who it should be. I have my own Green Lantern Award winner and Crash Landing Award winner.
Who's your? You know what? From now on, you and I will get together and we.
I'm back. Well, can you hear me?
Yep. No, that was me. I lost my camera there. No, you and I in the future will start getting together on these awards. I kind of just put it together last second. So you and I will together be agreeing on who's going to get these awards. But who would you have picked for your Green Lantern?
For my Green Lantern, it would be Aaron. It would be A-Rod because, 2 years, basically, not 2 years. Could it be about a year and a half at the very least, removed from when he played effectively. Right. I mean, his last game against the Lions certainly wasn't anything to be desired. It was bad enough for people are saying he's washed, you know. Mm-hmm. For him to take that quarterback, I held my breath when he took that first hit. I mean, he only got hit once and sacked once, so 2 hits, and he got right back up. I mean, he basically took control of the offense, especially when we needed it the most. With having, Hackett called the same game he called last year, run, pass, which I wanted to slam my head against my television. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who wanted to do that.
Brother, did you see the play he fucking dialed up where he had, I think it was Conklin and Lazard basically playing fullback? I'm like, what kind of 90s bullshit is this? Ain't gonna work.
I mean, but Rodgers showed us why he loves Hackett, because Hackett does things like that, and Rodgers can take over. And when when
Rodgers took over, there were 2 scoring drives.
Exactly. I mean, he basically checked everything at the line. You see everyone putting their hands on their helmets, and he took over. So that's why he'd be my Green Lantern Award, and my Crash Landing Award. Honestly, and this might surprise some people, I don't think ABT played well at all.
Oh,
I honestly think ABT, and this breaks my heart because I love ABT. I think he was one of the biggest liabilities on that offensive line yesterday, especially when Brees was running to the left. So I'm sure people more knowledgeable out there will correct me, but if my memory serves well, every time Brees ran to the left, it seemed like someone was already blowing through that A gap or that B gap. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just right there.
Their backup running back looked better than our Brees Hall.
Oh my God. And I'm sure Brees is tight.
Fuck off, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brees is also incredibly tight about that.
And when I don't know if you saw the post-game show I did, but I kept referring to my feelings being hurt. And that's what I was basically referring to, that their running back looked better than my Brees Hall.
Oh my God. This Mason guy looked like he was Brees Hall and CMC combined. He looked honestly unstoppable. I can't even believe it.
He looked like Curtis Martin and Emmitt Smith all in one out there, dude.
Oh my God.
All right, you ready for my Crash Landing recipient?
Let's go.
Here it is, baby.
Introducing the One Jets Pod Crash Landing Award, given to the worst Jet on the field. Tonight's winner, Will McDonald. McDonald had a rough outing, managing just 1 total tackle and no other contributions. He was virtually invisible on the field, failing to make the impact expected from him. For a player with so much potential, it was a major disappointment. time to regroup and bounce back.
And bounce back. Oh man, I just like the whole night. I'm like, where is Willie? Willie, I might have to take you out of the victory song.
I mean, this isn't my HD camera on my computer, but I'm fuming right now. If it's not just the red hue from the lights behind me, my cheeks are bright red.
Oh man.
Oh my God, why do we draft him? I mean, I knew. Look, I hyped him up. I knew I hyped him up the last time we were on together. Um, I have to eat that. I have to take responsibility for spreading that misinformation about this player and saying, oh no, he's gonna get it done and he's gonna do this and oh my God, he's not a wasted draft pick, because my God, is he a waste of a draft pick?
Man.
Right now, maybe he'll turn it around. I gotta be honest with you though.
That year, a receiver.
We could have had a receiver. We could have had a safety. We could have had any number of things. But I mean, I get it. Build through the trenches. Build through the draft. Build up the trenches. But I'm pretty sure there was somebody who was drafted after him that's a better pass rusher. I mean, this is the problem when I have hiccups and I'm not in front of my notes and my screen. So, but no, it just you know what told me he wasn't going to be what we wanted him to be. I'll tell you right now. There was a in 2020 and 23. I don't think was it Hard Knocks or was it a One Jets Drive episode where he went and got his nose pierced. Now, this isn't to knock anyone with piercings. I'm a metalhead, so I love, I respect piercings. I get why people get piercings. I'm not judging. I'm not judging anyone's lifestyle. So let me make that very clear. It was just very clear. He didn't even know why he was getting. If you got to watch back to that, and if anyone's watching, watch back to that. I'm telling you, his whole demeanor about even getting that piercing made no sense. It was like, well, I figured I should just get it. What do you mean you figure you should just get it? Do you want the piercing or not? No. Everyone I know who's wanted a piercing has been decisive about it. No, I want this piercing for this reason. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to look cool, or it's a tradition. I'm from this country where, whatever it is. He just seemed to be so, I don't know, nonchalant about everything, lethargic about everything, that I think just mentally, that's not the mentality I would want in a defensive end. Even being a coach and coaching in the past, I mean, the way I would pick my kids for the defensive line is I would ask them a question, and it has to be a decisive question. It can't be an I don't know. If it's an I don't know, you're going to the offensive line. Do you prefer to protect people or to hit people? And do you want to hurt somebody or protect somebody?
I want to hurt them.
You're going on the defensive line if you want to hurt them. If you want to protect somebody, you're on the defensive line if you want to hurt somebody. If you want to protect, you go on the offensive line. If you don't know, you're probably not going to stay on the team for a very long time. And and again, this is me after hyping him up and talking my shit the other time we were on. And I don't want to drag the kid too much either. I mean, he's got the talent. Didn't he jump over a car or something? Like, he's got the talent, but he's just he's. I don't think he's mentally there right now. And the fact he couldn't put on weight, they wanted him to put on weight. He wasn't able to put on weight. I think that was also a telltale sign that he may not be. At least right now, who we want him to be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna be getting a second contract, at least with us.
No, and honestly, it's a very, very conspicuous miss by JD. He's always been under the radar with his hits. This one's in your face. Oh, I picked poorly.
Yeah, and if Robert Saleh can't get anything out of you, you probably aren't worth shit.
No.
I want to throw this stat by you because this is a stat that literally receded the hairline last year, and that was the red zone numbers.
Trying to get some more light.
We was 100% in the red zone, brother. 2 for 2. Hey, I'm just saying, if this was Zach Wilson, we'd have been 0 for 2, and they would have been field goals.
Oh my God!
Most likely.
I mean, hey. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I don't know.
I
I know
can't
it. Like
even.
I said,
The bright side.
I'm trying to blame this on Russ. That's what I'm trying to do.
I blame the coaches. I do blame the coaches more than anything.
They made the decision to sit him.
They made the decision. Where was Braylon Allen for that 4th and 1? Where the was
Braylon
he?
Allen went 1 for 9. No, excuse me. I'm gonna get the mic on. 1 reception for 9 yards. Yeah, that's it. So you almost got a first
It's
down.
one
Why
play.
not bring him back in?
Yeah. I think Hackett last year showed us he doesn't really understand how to use personnel very well. I think he showed that with the Broncos. I mean, we all had our misgivings about Hackett. You know what I mean? Because the only reason we wanted Hackett was because he meant Aaron Rodgers. That's the only reason we wanted him. He's here, and we're feeling the effects of it.
Yeah.
I mean, in Green Bay, he didn't have play call duties. Somebody else, Matt
We
LaFleur
tried
had the
to
play
take him
calling
from him.
duties, and no one wanted to take that responsibility because we would have, because why take the heat off Nathaniel Hackett? Why be the target? So I get that. Oh my God, but
Let me
I
say
can't
this.
even.
I got a feeling somewhere in the middle of the season, he's gonna come up to the podium and be like, "Oh yeah, Malachi Corley. I didn't know he could. I didn't know he could do that after he caught the ball. That was insane.
I didn't know he could take 3 guys with him into the end zone like Braylon Edwards.
Hey, did you guys apparently know his nickname's the Yak King?
Oh my God, I didn't even know in college. Wow, I mean, just thought we drafted him because he was handsome.
Wait. He comes to the podium. Who was Malachi Corley? Oh man. Okay, so before we move on, brother, any final thoughts on this 49er game?
I have so many thoughts. Oh my God. Honestly, I probably should have begged you to get on the recap show because I have so many thoughts. Oh my God. Where do I begin? I mean, I'm not going to go into a full recap because you took care of that already. But honestly, this scares the hell out of me. I still have a lot of faith in what we have on paper, but I do not know that the coaches know what to do. I lost some faith in Rob Saleh on Monday because of how poorly the pass rush was. JD, and I'm a JD stan. I'm a JD stan. Anyone who's watched us long enough knows that I will. You just follow my Twitter, and I see, and I sometimes I'm not, especially this offseason, I wasn't on commenting a lot on X. But anytime I saw some JD slander, I'm foaming at the mouth, and I went after them.
I hear you.
But JD, I got it in the feels. I mean, you let John Franklin Myers go, which none of us liked. You let Bryce Huff go, which was, I honestly am under the impression Huff never wanted to come back.
Huff's not doing all that well in Philly.
Well, I mean, he's not, and I guess we can hang our hats on that a little bit.
Seeing what JD and then we're seeing, he's just not a full-time fucking dude.
He has to be part of a rotation.
He sucks against the run.
And he does. He was always a liability. But we didn't re-sign Quentin Jefferson. Where's Al Woods?
I was a little pissed off about that, and I didn't. And you know what? I don't think I'd gonna eat crow right here. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna eat fucking crow. I'm gonna blame JD on this one as somebody again who's a big JD advocate like yourself. I did not give him enough bullshit for not re-signing QJ. Straight the fuck up, dude. He was a key piece of this defense last year, especially in the run game.
I mean, and in the locker room.
Yeah.
It was
Where did he go?
I don't even know. I have it in my notes for the show. It might have been Carolina. This, and I apologize to everyone out there that I had my hiccup, but it's just frustrating. I can't believe why wouldn't you do everything to bring back that core group at the very least? That we never had to blitz. We never had to blitz. Oh, he's suffering in Cleveland. Maybe we could trade for him. I don't know. Let's throw him a 4 and see if we can get Quentin over here. But
you're absolutely right. No blitz, dude. We couldn't rattle Purdy all night.
And I get, make an adjustment. Fucking blitz. You can't adjust. All right, we're not getting to him with our front four. We're not getting to we're even stacking the box isn't working to stop Mason. So why the hell are we even keeping people in the box? Send them after Purdy. Just I'm not saying do a zero blitz, but do something.
Yeah.
Because it's just not working. And that's what also for me kind of made me feel like the coaches weren't handling the situation well. They just weren't for me.
I mean, and this is everything. Like I said, I said this in the post game. We got missed tackles. We had secondary issue. Like I said, 44 wide open all night. There was guys wide open in the middle of the fucking field. It seemed like every chance that they got. Brees Hall, like I said, a disappointing game. When the Niners finally made adjustments, the Jets just refused to. Even when like it was like a staple like we did last year. Like the Jets are always a second half team, and they came out. It felt like they were going to play well, and then it just went back to the same old bullshit. We were out muscled physically at the line of scrimmage all fucking night. And again, like you said, lack of pressure on fucking Purdy, dude.
And I gotta say though, if I may, I don't want this to cause us to panic and get Hassan Riddick in here. I'm not saying I don't want Hassan. I've always wanted Hassan. When we signed him, I was excited. I even, we talked about how his agents and not very smart, and I still agree with that. But you did give him a little bit of leverage. Now everyone's going to be like, well, maybe they should pay him. And no, we should not be paying $25 million to a 30-year-old defensive end.
Oh, you kidding me? If I was him, I'm walking in that building and goes, hey, it's now 30.
Oh my God. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised that JD got a check.
That's what I really,
you know what? I feel like from your lips and probably to Reddick's ears, because he probably literally went just like that.
I know he's watching. We're that popular.
Oh, I'm excited, but I can't. I have all the comments. But we're on to the Titans. I don't expect us to lay an egg against the Titans. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have my foot in my mouth again, like I had my foot in my mouth in the last game.
But, well, I'll tell you, in the pick'ems, I'm going back to doing what I always did. I'm not picking the Jets ever again. I picked the Titans. I still think the Jets are going to win. Listen to these stats, man. Will Levis, if that's how you say it, or Levi's or whatever. 19 for 32, dude. 127 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks, one of those being the crucial pick that set up Miami for the game winner. Wait, no. Why am I thinking they're playing the fucking Dolphins?
They weren't playing
the Bears.
It was Mr. Williams' debut.
And Caleb Williams didn't even fucking do anything.
No, it's just his defense that won him the game.
Titans had the lead, going into the 4th?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it was that pick. What was that?
If we can't generate a pass rush against this motherfucker, we're doomed, dude. You better get Hassan in the fucking building like the next day.
Pay him $30 million for a year. I don't know. Just do something. Even if it's just
have to.
A renegotiated 1-year deal. Just get us.
I definitely want to. What do you think about this? I want to see how we do against a guy like Tony Pollard. He's not like, I wouldn't call him a shit back. I would call him like a middle of the pack back, and he would be a good test for this defense coming off that shamble of a fucking performance on Monday night, dude. Like, if they can't contain Tony Pollard and we can't generate a pass rush against Will Levi's, we're fucked. We're fucked.
I gotta say this.
We're fucked.
I don't expect to have the same level of problem with. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because the 49ers kind of exposed us. Get us in have a lot of motion at the line. Get us in a lot of misdirection. Get yourself in a lot of misdirection plays. You know what I mean? Feint going one way and really faint it, and we're gonna over pursue. That's just what we did on Monday. And if we don't
make any adjustments for the upcoming week at all,
I don't personally, I don't even know if the coaches. I don't trust the coaches to do it. I put it on the
I might be
players,
there
and
with you.
but the players. I mean, the players know what they did. I mean, there's no reason for that. JJ didn't look like JJ. Looked like a guy who shouldn't stay here over Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson, like I said before, and Sauce Gardner. Pay them and let JJ walk. I mean, that's what that looked like. Can
He
we
did
really say
too.
the only defensive lineman that looked like they belonged was Quinnen, and we already paid him. Fuck,
Yeah.
pay him more, because I mean he's an interior
Well,
defensive lineman, and he's the only one that put any pressure on Purdy.
yeah.
So I don't know. But I like I said, I don't think the Titans are gonna have our number on Sunday. I do think we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna have, but again, it's like it's the
They were
fucking
3 for
Titans.
14 on third down. They
I
better
mean,
not be on the field at all, dude. We better own them in the time of possession. Like it better be fucking like I'm telling you right now. Even though I picked the Titans in the pick them just for to save my butt, I'm expecting the Jets to win this game. I'm telling you right now, dude. 30-10
minimum.
Said it, brother. You fucking said it. Minimum.
We
And
have
these
Aaron
I'm talking
fucking
about the next
Rodgers.
4 games better be fucking convincingly victories, dude. Convincingly victories.
Oh my god, Jaws! I'm just.
I mean, if we're the team we think we are, these next fucking 4 games, we better early. See, we got Tennessee, we got New England, and I know we got Broncos. So we got at least the next 3. We better be 3-1, bro.
Look, I don't see a reason why we couldn't be and why we shouldn't be. And I think the thing for me is not even that we lost to the 49ers. It's how we lost to the 49ers. And that's what's giving us all. And even a win against the Titans, I mean, this isn't the Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry Titan. This isn't the Titans that went to the AFC or the divisional round a couple of years in a row. I mean, AFC maybe once, but divisional round a few years in a row. Like this isn't them. This is a Titans team that's in rebuild. This is a Titans team that really just doesn't have much right now. And us beating them is what is that? That's what we're supposed to do. We're
exactly
supposed to beat a team like that.
Right.
So
I honestly making a prediction right here. And I know predictions are fucking stupid, but you know what? It's my fucking show and I'm stupid. Duh. Sauce gets his first pick in, I guess, I don't know if he's had a pick in his career yet.
Yeah, he's had a couple.
Okay, well, he's gonna
he's
get one.
He's dropped a bunch too.
He's gonna get one for the first time in a long time, and I'll tell you who's gonna have another one. I know he doesn't. Wait, did he? No, I don't think he had one in the first game. But he seems to always be around the ball, and that's Mr. Tony Adams. Just saying, watch out for those 2 against Mr. Will Levis.
I wanted to say this, it'll be a good day if Ashton Davis gets himself a pick. I mean, I don't know, and he had a horrible play
out there on an island with tight ends, I believe.
Was it Kittle or was it Jennings? I don't remember exactly.
I think it was Kittle. I think they had him out there on an island with Kittle at one point. And I'm like, oh my god!
But not for nothing, Ashton's got the ability to do that. But 2023 Ashton showed up. No, 2022 Ashton maybe it's 2022 showed up. His first rookie Ashton.
Yeah.
Bad angles, bad fucking angle. Like he had no angle. He tripped on himself.
Right. This is a fucking coaching shit the bed job right here, dude.
Oh my
and
God.
A little bit of rust.
What were we doing in training camp? I mean,
shaking hands with the guys that the fucking teams that were coming in and visiting, or we were visiting. How you doing? Look, we got Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God! And then everyone's saying one thing. I want to just put to bed though, real quick. This is a little slightly off topic, but since I don't know why what you said just made me think about it. But Aaron Rodgers still has some mobility. I don't know why people like Mad Dog and a bunch of other like New York commentators at least are saying, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers looks old." Well, he is old.
Yeah,
but I mean, Tom Brady at 4 years old wasn't moving like that. Okay, and regardless, he did his signature get out of the pocket. But what do you expect him to do? I mean, he was
He still
always
gets rid of that
slightly
ball on
mobile.
time. I'll
He
tell
was
you.
always slightly mobile, but he was never, a two-pronged quarterback. You know what I mean? He
Right.
was never a rushing quarterback. So I don't know. I don't get that. I was very excited to see Rodgers stay healthy. I
Right.
was very excited to see him, maintain and control the offense. And honestly, I was very excited to see Tyrod Taylor score a touchdown and throwing dots because
Yep.
God forbid something happens to Rodgers again. I said previously last time I was on with you.
Yep.
I think we can. I think Tyrod could take us far.
Hell yeah.
Now that just depends. Is our defense capable? Is our defense going to be the Packers defense for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, or is it going to be the New York Jets defense of the last three? So
Yeah. No, man. Like I said, I fully expect us to win this freaking game. Like I said, convincingly. I expect us to be 3-1 coming out of that Denver game. I can't think of the rest of the schedule off the top of my head, but yeah, man, like this was not the team I was expecting to show up in 2024. Again, I think I'm going to be with you 100%. I think it's the coaches just called a bad fucking game. Didn't have these guys fully prepared. A lot of it, or a little bit of it, I think is rust. Like I said, these guys didn't play at all in the preseason. They're just standing on the sidelines, laughing it up. So hopefully those jitters are out a little bit, getting hit around and dragged around and punk bitch slapped and shit like that. Maybe they'll be ready and they'll dominate Tennessee, man, like they should.
maybe I hope so. I mean, this game hurt? This game didn't hurt as bad as 4 plays in, but this game also hurt.
I will say about Aaron Rodgers, man. I haven't seen a quarterback, especially a Jets quarterback, get rid of the ball that quick and on time since fucking Brett Favre, dude. And maybe Fitzmagic that 1 year. Was it 2015?
And some of 2016 too. At the start of the season, he was the mad bomber. Honestly, 2016 went to shit because Decker got hurt. Once we lost Decker, that was it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because look at Fitzmagic every year after that. That 2015 season was his renaissance. I don't know what he did, but from then on, he was he was more than a respectable quarterback.
Yeah,
for the rest of his career after that.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that people were also like, why should he be benched for this kid or that person? You know what I mean? For Tua, why should he be benched for Tua? He had that Dolphins team humming for a little bit, and then Tua goes in. So
no, I mean the Titans, they could barely hang with the Bears, ended up losing to the Bears, blew the game to the fucking Bears. And I know the Jets could go in there and bitch slap the Bears if they wanted to. Even having a bad defensive game. Caleb, I'll tell you right now, and me and my buddy Todd on the Unfiltered Sports podcast, we both agree, as far as I know, that kid's not going to be good. I just can't see it, dude. Like he just USC quarterbacks, dude. I just don't like them.
That's huge, and I believe in that USC curse of the quarterbacks very much.
They only go for quarterbacks that fit their program. That's the ones they fucking recruit. Yes,
and even Carson Palmer, when it ever mattered, he's the only one from the USC that's worked out,
and he was mediocre at best after his fucking major knee injury in the playoffs.
But even before that, every time the game meant anything, interception. You know what I mean? Regular season, he had some nice games, he had some nice stats, but you have whatever. I don't want to. Maybe we could spend some other time going into.
No, that's why when I took about a year or two off of watching sports, man, and I came back and we had Darnold, and I found out where he was from. I'm like, oh fuck.
And I was so happy when we drafted him. I remember
I wasn't part of that fucking draft party anywhere I was at. I would have been like, oh no, not another one.
Darnold out playing Daniel Jones.
Well, anybody, dude, you and I could suit up and not play Daniel Jones. He sucks, dude. I
don't
do
know
feel
what
bad for the guy. I mean, they literally waited. He could have stayed in that building all night, and I guarantee those assholes would have just been there until he came out. I felt bad for that. I was like, come on, grow the fuck up, guys. Really? Like, you guys knew you were going to suck. You knew he sucks. Like, you're going to have to probably wait this season out and then probably draft a fucking quarterback next year. Like, Giants fans are stupid, but that's nothing new. We all know that. They're like Dodger fans. I'm an Angels fan. They're like Dodger fans, bro. They're fucking stupid.
No, the old school Dodger fans, the ones that go all the way back to Brooklyn, but
oh man, I don't
those
know. Them
guys.
LA ones, they're kind of. I'll tell you what, right? I know we're getting off topic, getting into baseball, but if it wasn't for, I believe it was Fernando Valenzuela, the pitcher for the Dodgers back in the 80s or 70s, 80s, or whatever, dude, they wouldn't even have a Hispanic fan base. He revived their Hispanic fan base. Like, nobody was rooting for the Dodgers back then. Like, nobody gave a shit. Then he came along and they finally won a World Series and they didn't win one. They still haven't won one since '88, I don't think.
No. They've come close, but no, they haven't won anything.
No.
But
so, I mean, you got anything else on this game before we get on out of here, brother? Oh, we got a comment in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, my buddy Rob. What's up, Rob? But that's all I got. Like I said, I think we're gonna beat Tennessee this week. We just got to move on from this fucking debacle of a 49er game. Dominate the Titans like we should. If we're that team, as people like, we're not that team, but if we're that team, we gotta fucking dominate, dude.
And I agree with you. If we skirt by with a win, okay.
I'm not gonna be happy.
We can only hope for a wild card. Honestly, I think this game is going to be indicative of where this season's going to go.
Brother, I think if we skate by fucking Tennessee, we may be lucky to go 500. Oh, I don't know if you can go 517. We may be lucky to win 8 games, bro. Maybe 8 games, and that won't get you in postseason in the AFC.
And for a coaching staff that desperately needs to make the playoffs to keep their jobs.
Oh my God, yes. Oh fuck, I'm glad you said. I didn't even think about that.
They're part of me has to wonder: are they all in a lame duck era? You know what I mean? It's part of what happened on Monday, that overhanging understanding that this is basically everyone's last year. You know, this is why me personally, and I know this is also a little off topic, we should resign Joe right now.
I wouldn't be mad.
We should resign him right now, even if it's a 2-year extension.
Yeah,
and you want to
more good than he's done bad.
Way more good. Name a Jets GM who's been better in the last 30 years since before my birth. Name Jets GM who's done better. You know what I mean? Okay, he whiffed on Zach Wilson. How many? The 49ers were willing to trade the farm.
Everybody whiffed on a
Wilson.
fucking quarterback that draft.
So
if we didn't, somebody else would have.
The 49ers would have.
Oh my God! They gave up 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. Still won't play in the NFL.
But John Lynch is a freaking genius, right? You know what I mean? So, I mean, yes, and honestly, he deserves a lot of blame for why, if this defensive line does not improve, why it's so deficient of talent right now, even though he built it originally. But no, I think we need to re-sign JD. Even if it's only for 2 years, and then we resign him again, so, a little bit down the line. But I think JD needs some contract years on his belt, and I think we should be re-signing Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich. And I'm not in full agreement. I'm not the biggest fan of Robert Saleh. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I really do think we should extend them, even if we do one of those extensions where we could. No, this was the camera. Extensions where we can get out of it. At the end of this year, we signed him to a 2-year extension, but really it was just on paper, and fuck him, he's fired. Fine, do that, but put some credence behind them, because right now, if I'm a player, it's just human nature. If I'm a player and I know you're halfway out the door because the owner's about to kick you out, why the fuck am I listening to you? I'm not listening. I might not take you as seriously. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's kind of my take on all that right now.
I'm with you on that one. Before we get out of here, we'll get in a couple of these comments. We just got a few of them. From my buddy
I
Rob.
Well, I just want to answer him too. I do live in New York. I am in New York right now. Actually, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He's a real Jet fan. No, Rob also says 49ers always show out like they will win the Super Bowl, but Rodgers still adjusting to this squad. Y'all are good. I agree. Like I said, I think it's just Russ. My buddy Dano Jets, who, by the way, on Friday night, as far as I still know, I'm going to be on I believe it's called the Danger Zone. I'm going to be on there Friday night, so make sure to check us out there on his channel. We need to, he says, we need to snap out of it first. I'm done with predictions until I see that. He's like, shut up, Randy, your stupid fuck predictions. I know. I tell you, I'm stupid. If we play like last week, you of Toledo could beat us. Like Dano Jets says, hit that like button. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Dano.
Rob says, was Mike Tenenbaum that bad? I mean,
he was mediocre at best. He sucked at contracts. If we really look back, I mean, he couldn't get Braylon Edwards re-signed. He couldn't. We almost lost
that Revis saga?
That whole Revis debacle. Exactly. That was
Tannenbaum.
So
man, Rob says, Jay, I will pay you to send me Jay, I will pay you to send me over Have a Day drink not sold in Cali.
What is that? Have a Day? Is that the name of the drink?
I have no idea. Let's see what he says. Dano says, Dano Jets from 9 to 10 p.m. Can't wait, brother. Monday night fucking football was disgusting, though. That's for damn sure.
Second most watched Monday Night Football, though, and in its history. Can you believe that? Just to watch the Jets get their ass kicked. Oh my God! Sorry.
Again, that's Dano Jets on YouTube, I believe, and that's from 9 to 10 p.m. this Friday night. And I believe he's on the East Coast, so that would be 6 to 7 my time. Rob says, yes, it is. He says it's I guess that's the name.
Have a day. I gotta look it up.
Rob says, California killing a good tequila drink.
I gotta look it up. I'll look that up for you, brother.
Rob also says, is Breece Hall a go for fantasy? Oh man,
I would say against the Titans defense, yeah. I think he's definitely a go for fantasy against the Titans defense. I mean, the 49ers are a championship defensive line. We're certainly upset on how we played, but that was the defending NFC champs. They pushed Kansas City to the wire in the Super Bowl, and they have Super Bowl aspirations, and they have the taste of it. So I would definitely say against the Titans, Breece Hall on your starter on your fantasy team for sure.
All right, there you go, brother Rob. All right, that's it for the comments. I want to thank everybody for checking us out. Thanks for everybody for joining us and commenting. I appreciate all you guys. Love all you guys, man. Hopefully the Jets can bounce back this week. Make sure again, I can't talk tonight. Make sure before you head out to hit that like and subscribe button. You can also find us on the audio platforms down there at the bottom of the screen, as you see. Again, thanks for checking us out here on the One Jets Pod. Remember, jet up and take flight.
On this day, we pause to remember the lives we lost that fateful September. In unity, we rose through the pain, finding hope despite the rain. Heroes emerged, brave and true. In their light, we found strength anew. Now 23 years have passed, yet still we keep the memories alive in our hearts, so deep.